Welcome to a story about passion, family, and the unexpected paths that lead us to our calling. Today we're sharing the journey of someone who transformed childhood curiosity into a thriving culinary business. It's a story that begins in a kitchen where she wasn't allowed and unfolds through moments of doubt, wise advice, and the kind of organic success that can only come from genuine passion. Let's start where it all began.
So I don't remember that, but yeah, my neighbors used to tell me, like as a kid, you used to come to our house and ask us how to make sai bhaji, how to make this, how to make that. And I believe they used to tell me, but then nobody allowed me in the kitchen. And because we had a cook, since my mother was not keeping too well, so we had a cook, full-time cook, and that cook never allowed me to enter the kitchen. So I was very, very fond basically of baking and making desserts. So she used to tell me, Meetha tum banao. But I will not allow you to enter the kitchen, because the kitchen was also very tiny, in Khar. There was a second person could enter if one was there. So she used to tell me, no, I will handle the kitchen, you will handle the dessert.
Sometimes the things we're kept from become the very things we're drawn to most. That early fascination with what happened behind kitchen doors would eventually find its outlet, thanks to an unexpected gift.
No, Arun, he got for me from abroad because he was on the ship. He got for me a small oven to start baking. I started baking over there, cakes, cookies I used to make. Mainly it was cakes. Then I used to make even the vegetable pie, which we call like baked vegetables. I used to make that.
Wylan, with her first oven, a world of possibilities opened up. But it wasn't long before others began to notice her talent. And with that recognition came suggestions that would challenge her to think bigger.
That why don't you give your cakes to the Irani shop for sale? I said, Irani shop for what? He said, yeah, sell over there. They'll keep your cakes. You make good cakes, so you sell. I said, no, I don't want to do all that. So I didn't do that. But at home, I used to bake the cakes.
That hesitation speaks to something deeper. When we're truly passionate about something, we often have an intuitive sense of where our strengths lie. For her, that clarity came through self-reflection.
Namkeen or sweet, anything. And making desserts. I love to make puddings. Abhi I have that thing in me. The cooking things came much later.
Understanding our true calling is one thing, but sometimes it takes an outside perspective to help us see the possibilities we might be missing. That moment of clarity came from an unexpected source.
When I got married and came here, over here in Shantaniketan, somebody asked me, they were having a Griha Pravesh kind of a thing, so they were having a puja upstairs in flat number 17. And they had invited us. So I just took some half kilo of Singer Mithai, the Sev Barfi. And that the owner's mother asked me that, you make this at home? I said, yeah. So she said, why don't you start doing tiffin?
Sometimes the most important conversations happen when we're ready to listen. With this new possibility in mind, she turned to the person whose business wisdom she trusted most.
Starting to do catering like. But of course, Papa was never wanting that, because he gave me the other idea. He said, catering for dabbas, don't do it, because that has to be on a regular basis. And he didn't want anyone coming to the door and picking up dabbas and going. That was one thing. And second thing, he said, this will be a routine thing and you will not get a break. Basically, whenever you want to go out, you won't be able to go out because of this reason. And I thought day in and day out to sit and make so many rotis, to make this, I thought what he's saying is right.
So, good advice has a way of pointing us toward what we're truly meant to do. Instead of forcing a daily routine that didn't fit, she found her own path. And sometimes, the best businesses grow not from grand plans, but from genuine passion, meeting real need.
So I thought of another idea is instead do party catering for 50 people, 60 people. So I had made pamphlets, but pamphlets really didn't work. Advertised, but then main thing it was through word of mouth. People got to know through word of mouth. And that is how I started doing it properly then. Then people from nearby catering also, they started taking stuff.
There's something beautiful about success that grows organically, built on quality and word of mouth rather than marketing strategies. But behind every successful cook lies a deeper question about the nature of their craft.
I don't remember that, Tusha. What was the first dish I learned? I just started cooking.
Okay.
I didn't, like, even when if I didn't know, I used to just ask, ring up my mom, like basically, the cook used to tell us how mummy used to say, aise banta hai.
Okay. No.
But I didn't have any. So we have always learned also with no measurement in the cooking. That is why I find it now difficult to write recipes because, so I'm also planning, as you said, I'm writing down my recipes now. And basically, so I'm doing it and I'll probably give it to you when I come there or what, and probably going to get it published also.
From a childhood spent watching from outside the kitchen door to building a business through passion and intuition, this is a story about trusting your instincts and finding your own path. Sometimes the most successful journeys aren't the ones we plan, but the ones that grow naturally from what we love most. Whether it's cooking by feel rather than measurement, or building a business through word of mouth rather than marketing, there's wisdom in honoring both our passions and the practical advice of those who love us. Thank you for listening to this story of culinary dreams, family wisdom, and the beautiful unpredictability of following your heart.